Hello and welcome back to World Talks as we're about to discuss sports. The Paris Summer Olympics wrapped up on August 11th. Poland had some successes, but the end result, 10 medals and 42nd place overall, was somewhat disappointing. Now, however, Poland has a chance to improve the record as the Paralympic Games kick off in Paris in just a few days, on Wednesday. To discuss, I am joined here this morning by Łukasz Szeliga, President of the Polish Paralympic Committee. Good morning,
Welcome,
sir.
everyone.
Delighted to have you on. So let me ask you about the prospects. How many people are going to the Paralympics and what kind of medals are we expecting?
Poland prepare a really big team to the Paralympic Games in Paris. Poland will be representing by 84 sportsmen, Paralympians. We also will be representing Poland in maximum numbers of sport participated in Paralympic Games in history. It will be 15 different sports, and we of course are prepared very well for starting this most important sport event in 4-year cadence, because there is the biggest sport event across the world. Thanks for them, we can promote Paralympic movement. We can promote sport as a method of rehabilitations. Of course, for our representation in context of sport, the most important are the sport results and medals. Our society expect that our Paralympic team will bring a lot of medals from next Paralympic Games, because Poland has a strong position in historical medal table. We actually take 10th place, and there is a strong position to Poland, but of course the expectation by sport viewers in Poland is so high. But by myself, I am not expect by my athletes represent Poland in the Paralympic Games in Paris the medals. I expect the best condition when every elements will be working well. The medals will be coming automatically for our team.
Right, but if you were to give us, let's say, 3 names and 3 disciplines, what would these be?
Excuse me, because
Right, sort of the most likely disciplines in which we can succeed, and the sort of the most likely athletes who would, yeah.
Yes, by our results from last Paralympic Games and last World Championships, the mostly we expect the medals, and by athletics, there's the biggest team in Paris. The next is tennis table, next swimming, and in the next sports, of course, we got several chances for take the medals, but important in this team is, for example, the boccia team, because the first time in history we will be representing our country in this sport. Boccia is a special sport competition for people with high needs. There is one of these spectacular sports for observing and watching how far in also not only the sport aspect, but also in some social life develop Paralympic movement. There is a place for everyone, also for the people with high special needs. These pictures will be, I think, really important for viewers across the world, because we can see on the Paralympic Games how far rehabilitation can going and how sport effects can bring, and the emotions on the Paralympic Games will be unique for everyone. I think we can take something special for us. We can be together, we can participate, and we can compete. There is a message from these Paralympic Games. We are participate, but we are also compete. Many times reporters focus on not only on sport element of these games, and this is important because the message is wider than only sport competition, but there is the biggest sport event, and we try to focus on this.
Sir, you've mentioned the importance of preparation and training. So I wanted to ask you about the support system that the Paralympians receive in Poland, because this is what our Olympic team, right, they experience some issues, right, with the support system, with the support for sports in Poland. So I wanted to ask you about how does it look like for the Paralympians, the support system, various organizations, and so on.
In Poland, we have really good solutions for athletes, for Paralympians, for sportsmen with disabilities, because we have two biggest support by government, by Ministry of Sport and Tourism, and National Foundation for People with Disabilities. There's institutions, thanks for them, we can focus on our trainings, sport camps, participating in qualification, sport events. Across the world, across Europe, this solution guarantee for us focus on sport. We also have unique support for our athletes, some special scholarship for represent our best athletes, represent Poland on international sport events, and this all together give us a really comfortable situation, for example, in Europe, but not only in Europe.
That's
and still partnerships, sponsorships is growing around the Polish Paralympic movement. We, thanks for them, can building a really strong team, and we can, with some pride, represent our country on international sport events.
That's certainly good to hear. But let me ask you, do you think that Polish Paralympians will bring home more medals than the Olympians did?
There's often try to compare Olympian and Paralympians, but in my opinion, it is not a good way, because we cannot compare one by one and medal results with Olympians, because in Paralympic Games probably we can have a more medal chance, because there is a medical classification, and there is a lot of start groups. For example, in swimming, in 50 meters freestyle, we can take 14 medals for men and for women too, because there is a lot of categories, but these categories are necessary for fair play competition, and there is this big difference between Olympic and Paralympic medal results. But finally, yes, I expect more medals than our Olympic teams.
So fingers crossed. But I mean, the history of the Paralympic Games is much shorter than the Olympic Games. So could you give us some background as to how this idea emerged?
Yes, the idea was created by a guy born in Poland, Sir Ludwig Guttmann. After Second War, they observed as a neurosurgeon. The sport brings really good outcomes for people with disabilities, and they create this movement across the world, gives for a lot of people with disabilities on the world. There's 15% people of society is huge society, and in 1960 in Rome started first Olympic Games in Rome, and it was the really historical event. Now we are common with Olympic movement. In every Paralympic Games we have the same organizing committee, Olympic and Paralympic Games. This two biggest sport event are common, and there is also great opportunity for us wider communicate our sport as a also form of rehabilitation.
Absolutely, it is a lovely idea. So fingers crossed for Polish Paralympians as they will start their games in just a few days. Łukasz Szeliga, president of the Polish Paralympic Committee, was our guest. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching World Talks. Please stay tuned for more here on TVP World.